What's up, gentlemen and ladies? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy discussion, and today I'm going to be doing another one of my Final Fantasy 15 character videos. But before I get into that, I just wanted to tell you guys about something. If I have any fans out there in the PAL region, or well, I mean, really, you can do this no matter where you live, but it specifically affects those people. There is a petition going around to bring Kingsglaive to European theaters, since as of now, I believe it's only been confirmed for Japanese and North American release. So if you guys have time, even if you don't live in Europe and you just feel like being nice, it only takes like 1 minute to sign the petition, and it's for a good cause. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys want to check it out. But with that out of the way, let's just get right into today's topic. And while we're on that, I would like to give a special thanks to, and this is quite a list, so Glitchy Victory, Grey Fullbuster, Mariana MPG, Jacob Rigoberto, Ordeens Kolstad, Abdullah Alamer, and Zenobia Joyner for suggesting today's character of Prompto. I know that like a lot of people wanted me to do Prompto back when he was like relevant in the Brotherhood episode, because that had just come out, but since then another Brotherhood episode about Gladios come out, so you guys know me, always one step behind. But anyways, while we're on the topic of Brotherhood, let's talk a bit about Prompto's past, shall we? Now, he is one of your 4 main party members in Final Fantasy 15, and unlike the other 3, he's not at all related to royalty, whether it be, Noctis being a prince himself, or Gladio, whose whole family basically serves the royals, Ignis, who's been with Noctis since they were very young. Prompto is actually shown to come from somewhat of a less wealthy, family and neighborhood, and really the only reason why he knows Noctis at all is because they went to the same school as him. He found one of Luna's dogs, Prina, took care of her, and then when Luna saw that he attended the same school as Noct, she told him to be friends with Noctis, since Noctis is a pretty kind of like loner type of kid. But long story short, Prompto set out on a mission to lose weight and become friends with Noctis, which he did, and that leads us into FF15. Now, I found this kind of interesting because obviously Ignis is the driver and the cook, Gladio you could say is Noct's bodyguard, but the only reason that Prompto really had of going on the trip was that Noctis just invited him along because he was his friend, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyways, at the beginning of the game, Prompto is 20 years old and his preferred type of weapons are firearms. It seems like other than being your ranged character, Prompto can also cast debuffs and status effects on enemies with special types of bullets like we do see in episode Dusky. Personality-wise, he's kind of the goofball of the group, which is actually interesting because at first, if you actually go back and look at the initial episode Dusky polls, Prompto almost across the board scored as everyone's least favorite character, but looking back at it, even in things like Dusky, he's the one with the most personality and definitely with the best voice acting in my opinion, and I think that it just took some time for everyone to realize that, since nowadays it seems like everybody loves Prompto, and I don't know if it was the Brotherhood episode or we just needed some time to get used to the English voice actors after hearing the Japanese ones for 8 years, but I really like him personally. Moving on to appearance, Prompto actually went through quite a bit of an overhaul from back in the Versus days. He used to have longer hair which was more curly and a deeper gold color, and after several redesigns actually he ended up with shorter, more platinum blondish hair, which is spiked to the side, and they also changed his face quite a bit, giving him a quote-unquote more rugged masculine look. Prompto will also be the main playable character in the tie-in Final Fantasy 15 virtual reality game for the PS4, probably because unlike all the other characters, Prompto doesn't need to jump around everywhere, move and spin and slash. Instead, he can just stand somewhere and shoot, which lends itself way better to VR than something like Noctis's playstyle. Now, as for his name, his full name is actually Prompto Argentum, and his first name Prompto is the Latin masculine dative form of the word promptus, meaning to be ready, determined, eager, and as for his surname Argentum, it is simply the Latin word for silver, so you can tell pretty obviously that what they meant for his name to be was Quick Silver, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, even if it is very poorly translated. And yeah, there you guys have it. That is basically most of the important things that we know regarding Prompto. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, since I know that many of you have been waiting for this one, and hey, if there's any characters in particular that you would like me to make videos on, then be sure to let me know in the comments, and maybe you'll get a shout out in my next video. Either way, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to blitz that like button, subscribe as always. Stay tuned for all things Final Fantasy!